Hey guys, what is up? What's going on? And welcome back to another video. This is a video talking about basically what I thought the electoral map was going to look like back in February of 2020 before coronavirus. One Trump's the one President Trump's approval rating was 4 or 5 points higher than it is right now, and generally when the country wasn't such a mess. So yeah, this is my current presidential election prediction. I haven't characterized the main second district for Trump. And I believe that Donald Trump is going to lose the election to Joe Biden. And now we're going to talk about what I thought was going to happen back in February, So, yeah, before I get into this video, I want to thank Eureka for sponsoring this video. Go to eureka.biz and get your big idea started today. Also, I do have a Patreon if you want to donate to me. But all I want is for you guys to like and subscribe or like the video and subscribe. So this is what I thought the map was going to look like. Back in February of 2020. So these are all the sorry, I'm dumb. So I'm going to characterize as states I thought they were going to be safe blue, and really these states aren't going to change. To be honest with you guys, so okay, not New Hampshire. New Hampshire is very far from safe for the Democratic Party. So these are the states I thought. Nope, not Maine at large. So these are the states I thought are going to be safe blue, and these are the states that I characterized as safe for the GOP. Not Nebraska, second district. So yeah, these are the states that I characterized as safe for Donald Trump. So Joe Biden does still have the lead. And remember, back in February, Bernie Sanders, he was the front runner. I did do simulations of Sanders versus Trump. I thought Biden is the stronger candidate than Sanders in terms of beating Trump. In terms of policy, I too can make that argument. I think that Biden he get more of his agenda done because he appeals to more voters and Congress and senators in general. But Sanders, this is not a policy video. So basically, these are the contested states. None of these states now. I do characterize Alaska as likely for the GOP. I characterize Missouri as likely for the GOP. I characterize Indiana as likely for the GOP. I characterize South Carolina, Mississippi is likely for the GOP. But that's beside the point. So this is what I thought the map was going to look like back in February. And remember, in February, Trump wasn't popular. He still had a very tough shot for re-election considering he was the incumbent. But February, he had around a 44.5% approval rating. He counted 43s, 44s, and kind of went down in March. But February, he had a very good point in kind of for a few days in the middle of February. So yeah. Anyways, I believe that New Mexico and Colorado are going to be likely for the Democratic Party. Colorado, I believe, is going to be safe, and New Mexico does have the potential to be safe. I believe I still had Virginia being likely, because Joe Biden does appeal to a lot of voters in Virginia. And yeah, basically it for the Democrats. We're at 210 now. Donald Trump, believe it or not, I had Arizona as likely for Donald Trump. Now, I was pretty big on Trump winning Arizona until about April, but I thought that Arizona was going to be a red state, and I had low around like a 5-6 point win for Trump, but I was one of the people who predicted that Martha McSally would win that Senate race. Now I was wrong about that. I underestimated Kirsten Sinema, and I do generally tend to estimate the Democrats in Arizona. I actually got a House seat wrong there that ended up going to Ann Kirkpatrick, but yeah, so. Arizona, I thought was going to be likely, but now, believe it or not, I've shifted it so much towards the left. So, yeah. I also believe that the Nebraska 2nd District will be likely. I still stand by my belief that Texas would be likely. I thought Iowa was going to be likely just because, Iowa, they don't care about, political correctness and, Trump's racist remarks as much as the economy was good. So, similar to, not Michigan, similar to Ohio. Just generally because Trump had very, he had decent numbers in Ohio. Not great, but still decent. And these numbers, especially coming from Morning Consult, do tend to underestimate President Trump. I had also Georgia as a likely red state. So, yeah, as you can see, Donald Trump has the lead right now. So now we're going to move on to the lean states. I'm going through this pretty quickly. So Arizona is like the one that I'm really shaking my head at. Lean, I still call Nevada as a lean for the Democratic Party. Again, Donald Trump has put himself in a very bad position to win in Nevada. I mean, he called it a drug-infested den. And, he's kind of, not... he says he can win Nevada, but I don't think he's going to win Nevada. I characterized Minnesota and Michigan as lean. So, yeah, I did still think that Biden was going to improve on Hillary Clinton's numbers. So, yeah, that's the general thought here. So, yeah, just Michigan, my logic behind Minnesota, and I still do apply this logic, was that Biden has been consistently ahead in the polls. He has more appeal to these voters than Hillary Clinton, and Hillary Clinton still narrowly won the state. So I thought she was going to improve by 2-3 points on her margins. Michigan was going to flip. I think everyone thinks that Michigan is going to flip. I mean, JHK forecast gives it like a 94% chance of going to Joe Biden. Yeah, back in February, there's probably more like a 55-60% chance, but huge minority voting block, and I think they're going to switch over to Biden, even if the economy was still good. But right now, it's in ruins. So yeah, I'm gonna keep it at there. Oh, I forgot to mention that I believed that Maine at large was going to be likely for Biden. That Maine second district would be likely for Trump. So yeah. Now for the lean Trump states, I was of the belief that actually I'm not going to touch lean. So the rest are going to be tilt. Starting off with the state of Pennsylvania, and this was the one I was most actually. I'm going to just talk about New Hampshire first. So New Hampshire, I believed was going to be tilt Biden, just because Hillary Clinton, she won it narrowly, but again, Donald Trump doesn't have great numbers there, so I still expect Biden to narrowly edge it out. I currently have it as lean Biden, but I thought it was going to be a lot closer back in the beginning of 2019, 2020. Oh my gosh. Now for the tilt Trump states, we're not going to touch Pennsylvania yet. Starting off with Wisconsin, similar to Iowa. So Wisconsin was a blue state, but I expected to go to Trump because of the job security factor, and I don't think that should be the most important issue, but it was to the people of Wisconsin. Plus, Trump had never had abysmal numbers in Wisconsin, and he was vastly they underestimated Trump in the polls in 2016 by 6. And remember, I want to see back in February of 2016. Let's go to president general election. Let's go to Wisconsin. Back in February 2016, not West Virginia. We don't care about West Virginia. Wisconsin, back in February, Trump was ahead narrowly, and this was a region that had underestimated him by 6% in the polling. So it was tough for me to see him edging it out there. But now I do think that Joe Biden will edge it out in Wisconsin at this point in time. But we have to remember that the economy was a lot better back in February than it is right now. So that's my overall consensus on Wisconsin. I'm not going to touch Pennsylvania yet, and I'm going to go to Florida, which at the time I predicted was going to go to Donald Trump, and I've never actually characterized Florida as going for Biden until June of 2020, because Donald Trump is hitting new lows every day in the polling. I mean, just to point out, Wisconsin, Trump in February he was ahead by 1 point in the polling. Now he's behind by 7.5. Like, that's an 8.5 point swing in a state that is going to be very, very contested. So, yeah. But going back to Florida, DeSantis at the time was very popular there. He's not popular now, but he was at the time. And, I thought he was going to help Trump there, and because Trump was big on Ron DeSantis, I expected him to edge it out. So, yeah. And basically, overall, Trump's approval numbers have never been that bad in Florida. So, yeah. Now, these are the two states that I was kind of, just really, really having trouble with. And I ended up characterizing Pennsylvania as tilt for the Democratic Party. Just because Joe Biden was from there, and he does have a lot of appeal to these voters. And Hillary Clinton, basically my logic was Hillary came close. All Biden needs to do is improve by less than 1%, which he's gonna. And so now I rate it as lean for the Democratic Party. I characterize it as tilt. And final prediction, North Carolina going to Joe Biden narrowly, just because of the fact that I expected there to be lower black turnout than there is going to be now. So, yeah, this I do think that I become more educated on political issues since February, But I do still think that I had decent knowledge on politics in February. So this is my February prediction. Joe Biden narrowly losing to Trump, and I still didn't think that Biden was going to win the popular vote. But we've seen a swing towards the left in this state, 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 this state, that state, Nebraska second district, that state, 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 and that state, and that state. Those are the states that we saw swing to the left. Oh, and of course, Colorado. So yeah, basically, so you probably just skipped ahead to right now. This is my prediction for what was gonna happen back in February. Now a lot has changed since then. Obviously, in my map does reflect that, but I just overall was kind of on the. I don't like Trump. I think he's bad news. Some people can disagree with that. I'm fine. I know a lot of people who do like Trump. I disagree, but I thought he was on the path to re-election until maybe April or even March. So yeah, thanks for watching this video, guys, and I hope to see you all in the next one. So this is what I think it's going to be now. That's what I thought back then. And remember, 4.5% swing. So yeah, thanks for watching, guys, and I hope to see you all in the next one.